First poem I'm going to perform is called Ndini Ani. Translation, Google translation, whatever translation, it means who am I in Shona. So, Ndini Ani, who am I to you? I have no clue. What shall I do to penetrate through the barrier of our stereotype? They try, but playing FM radio doesn't make us fat. They ain't gang. They cannot passively diffuse through the membrane of the past just because the IQ of their Insta shares the same meme page doesn't put us in the same class. Their names are easy to pronounce. Our names are remixed to bleed and please and still in ignition so they can stand tall. Blood! Don't make me go old school. Blood! Don't make me go old school. Blood! Don't make me go old school as I pull up my socks and stand up tall. Shandisa Ziterango, for example, it's rather simple, just 3 syllables. Ta, pi, wa. Can I call you tap water instead? Nah, you cannot. You cannot decapitate the meaning of my name, gift from God. This is a personal message, not a direct message. In the PM, my DMs are active depending on my mood. Life's interlude helps me choose as to whose minds I would like to fudge. Cautiously opening the curtains for those who care to see how being coitus has wooded us for years. Yes, of course I feel post-coital tristesse. The interference wave of beer is destructive, never constructive. Wait, do they think knowing a lyric or two can make us resonate? Yeah, it may rise a spark, but this world is dark. Conversations only going so far, so I tell them, take a seat and sip this tea. This ain't a bar and I ain't got temper, but when I park, you better get in the car, hop in the back seat. No time to bust bands and freestyle, just a simple K followed by a dot. They can get there, hop, suck, but that doesn't make us closer. Don't wanna see man shooting the stars. Wishing to gain closure. Watching you washing and staining what we time for is torture. This isn't a joyride. It's a journey in which people die. And if you can, do not disrupt the zen of my pen. I'm trying to keep it alive and not compromise the feeling we love. They're trying to keep it deprived and only co-sign what radio does. Bitch! Don't kill my vibe. I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me, things I don't understand. You see, their antenna may match the frequency, but that doesn't make it okay. It's easy to press play, but they need to listen to what they said and what has been said, because you see, when the sun sets, it's not a reset. Darkness will eventually be illuminated by the red horizon, so arise, cutting ties, trying to channel the AM, won't tell you who I am. So, who am I? Ndini Ani. That's a question I ask myself every day. Kusrikandafa. So yeah.
Come on, sir.
So, I have the pleasure of taking you through an experience of you enjoying the night with myself. With that being said, I didn't want to just perform. I thought I'd perform poems that I've never performed anywhere, so you know we can then really enjoy this evening. So this one, and everyone's mentioned about lockdown, the first one I'm gonna perform is actually a piece that I wrote during lockdown. It's called, entitled Munin, Little Brother. I am the middle child, and you can guess I am the best behaved one, right? So let's begin with when the alarm rang. My brain felt drained from a string of lingering feelings based on yesterday's wrongdoings. Opening my fiery eyes, I realized I only had 5 hours sleep and craved 5 more minutes of sleep. The snooze went from 1/4 to 1:45. I knew what I had to do, so I changed my alarm to 10:02. Rushing, had I woken up at the first alarm, I would have had my overnight oats. Then again, I didn't even prepare my overnight oats in the evening, so it's calm anyway. Cruising 22 miles on the A12, I recall how I recoil when I unveil what's not there. But I can see it so clear. Achipo, I see the Kuzwana, so I check her. Suddenly, I'm in the theater room. If you've never been in one, my advice is don't assume. Theory is theory, practice is practice. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Now in bed, just in time for curfew. I know, right? You're probably thinking, I'm 25 and still have curfew. By the way, now I'm 28. I bet there are a few in here that understand the struggles of foreign rules in a foreign country. The irony of my home is that Zimbabwe is the home of my heart, whilst Barking is the home of my mind. With my soul, I've paved a story in this very soil. I got home in time. The mood seemed kind of fine, so I intrude on my little brother whilst he's watching NBA on the sofa. The game went to overtime. The clock struck 11. My lucky number. Shouldn't you be in bed at 9? Well, I wanted to, but I wanted to wait and tell you how my day went. He explained how his goal was and how his first touch was a flirtatious flick from the back of his heel, followed by a voluptuous volley that chipped. And that's how he scored, without the ball ever touching the ground. Of course I had to, spud man. He continued to explain how his growth has made him. He said, the coach said she likes how I've improved in controlling my emotions. For those that don't know, this kid is passionate. The type to cry when his team wins 5-0 just because he didn't get a hat trick. Hana iko kana kuzikuza. Without a doubt, I'm a profound brother who is proud. Bedtime, we both strolled to our room. Yawning. Technically, it's my room, which I've seen 2 generational bunk beds. For peace, I dim the lights to rest, to redeem from the tests I constantly experience. Psst. Tabby. What? Shifted like the mannequin meme? Just wait until mommy goes to sleep. The hallway light gets turned off, and I had assumed that from the first just wait he would have understood exactly what I meant. Then again, he is the law, the youngest, and we've got the oldest, so he's not on the same wave as me and Tyrone. It went from psst to talking about his forehead, to talking about the Kobe Bryant interview, so enticing the thought about what Colin wrote in his book, Let Love Have the Last Word. Great book, amazing book. My 25th birthday gift, which I finished reading in Portugal and reflected on in Chickwell. So I advised him to think big. That's why he has a big forehead. I promise. What is the single thing that great people have in common? Anyone have an idea?
Big foreheads.
I was thinking, mine is big. So, being as cheeky as he is, he said, how would I know? Can you tell me? I didn't even have the answer to this question. So, I just let the crickets run and run. And the best is reverse psychology. So I asked him, what do you think? And he said that he has no idea. So my hint was the day you find out what that single thing is, will be the day you know you're greater than great. Because you're already great. Do you know what he said? Ain't nobody got time for that. No, I'm joking, he didn't. Instead, he said, I guess that's why they're always thinking a few steps ahead. I think they set a goal that they believe they can achieve, but other people can't see. Reminding me of my cruise on the A12 at Chipo. I see Dinoku's Yuona Zwagacheka. Ladies and gentlemen, my little brother was 11. And when my eyelids shut, I prayed to the heavens. That day, I had the Juju Man's Big Conspiracy on replay. I must say, Deeper Than Rap made me end up playing Tears of Joy. Smoking the best splits in my brand new Benz, no ID on the track, let the story begin.
Yeah.
Begin. Looking in the mirror and I don't see much. Staring in the streets, but I don't sleep much. And I say, smoking 20 Benz in in my brand new Audi. Soy with no sauce, let the story begin. So dig in, for this is a legend that you're now involved in. Munin Ani. So yeah, me and my little brother just back and we've got 14 age gap. So I was the youngest one for a very, very long time. I meant being the youngest one, and now I have to teach him how to be the youngest one. So that's really interesting because he's not getting away with as many things as he should. This should be cut.
No,
No, I'm joking. So the next piece I'm going to perform is called Letter Catcher. Can't remember when I wrote this, but yeah, let's begin. I put my ears to the ground, listening to the heartbeat of the crowd. Have you ever heard that sound? It pounds your vowels, creating a flow that helps you grow. As you bestow the knowledge you know, speaking from your core, through leaps that roar, from expressions you store, the time you felt low. Breathe in through your nose, your senses recall winning the bro when anxiety calls. Meditation is a bro. A bro whose code overflows, keeping you whole each time you fall. So that you can roll, making wounds less sore. No seesaw emotions, solutions crawl into the cradle. Rocking the bottom to bounce up and huddle up to announce who we are. They don't know who we be. They don't know who we be. They don't know who we be. They don't know that this dictionary ain't free. I put my ears to the ground, listening to the heartbeat of the crowd. Chisinga peri chinoshura, making sure you lower your asura sooner rather than later, battling when your health gets poorer. No D-rag activity, drifting in waves, cutting corners. I'm a schoolyard, slow and saliginous. This turtle will overtake your hairline. Your ears are the remote. You are now tuned in to the SWVrthy show. Press play, pause, and rewind to see how I tell visions. I think that was more of a free write. I do that quite often. So yeah, I always say everyone has a style of writing. I love to experiment, and that's the beauty about writing. There is no structure except you in school, and that's why I hate English. And here I am today. So the next piece is called Colorblind. I'm so grateful I'm not colorblind because I would not know what I'm wearing right now.
How did you know what's going on with traffic lights?
Oh man, that's very true. That's true. I'll just be hitting cars, you know, or just putting my ears to the ground, listening to the heartbeat of the cars. Colorblind. All in, blue pill, red pill, falling. Deadpool to deals that steal souls in contracts. My content connects with intent to impact and contact your conscious with caution. Car emotions splash paint on your canvas. I fold to the prescriptions of unstable income to not succumb visions into a tunnel with a dead end. Green is all I see. We focus on profits and ignore our prophets, missing the moments that molded us into monuments. Each test we swallow is meant for us, only us, making seasoned testaments created from the recipe of success. A cocktail of flavors, I mix a lot, picking lots with pixie dust. My bank got back and I cannot lie. All in, blue pill, red pill, falling. The dead pool deals that seal souls in contracts. Colorblind. I have sprinted in my thumb. I spit blood each time I speak. You think I've thrown thorns, torn from the idea of his crown to dismount. A mason, abysmal idioms, trotting miles in minds, impulsively migrating from a broker's area. Their throat is an open grave. Digging deeper, flicking through pages of our books, collecting dust on their shelves, or a catalyst to their flame as they try to burn our history. Poverty. Your point of view on property makes you clinch to inked trees, leveraging the tax of thoughts in your head, hemorrhaging magical repertoires, counseling cancelled ambitions sealed in, swimming. They cemented doubts carved in, cave in, tunnel visions you zin, your cravings covered in winter leaves. Decay yin, their gums lack adhesives. Due to corruption from the information the politicians feed us. My enemies have broken teeth, leaving gaps in their speech, lacking deliverance. That's why I lay down and sleep, to wake up again with a shield around me. Create from unanswered prayers, sent from his holy mountains that sustains me. Every tree that doesn't produce good fruit will be cut down and thrown into fire. Once burnt, man, you are not going to be able to give me nutrients. I don't watch your com when you post, not caring about the www, who, what, where. Witness wickedness in the world, wove to wove the code that holds heroes of old, men of renown, to decompose the truths we found. The shameless aim at the blameless, filling earth with violence. They arc their nemesis, dreaming everything on earth will perish. Confident that their covenant will survive the floods of absent parents, drowning generational teachings with what the media dreams relevant. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Only fools despise wisdom and instructions. Maronda. So yeah, this last piece is probably one of my favorites. It's titled S.I.N. So yeah. They put a price on our ancestors' heads, expressing pride through transactions made. Centuries of sanctions, like energies of action. Centuries of oppression, killing my people for fashion. The skin I wear is still out of fashion, yet it trends in most regions. It's the reason the economy recessed. My belly, man, economy, assessing many colonies, is felonies for taking the knee. My land is calling, crawling, my mind is listening, walking, my hand is digging, falling into the earth's core, searching for lavas that melt seats built and seats held at the top of their hierarchy to pop off their anarchy. Instead of hiring, they're too busy firing, aiming at people like me. May the 4th be with you, car. What the slave is the 4th of July. Invaders of Anakin that are dark-skinned, living scars through wars of stars, destroying our sons to not all be one. Removing lights from a tunnel vision, rocking rights from televisions. The revolution will not be televised. No gonna change your head. The first change that takes place is in your mind. Hence, the revolution will not be televised. If they tell you otherwise, be wise that others not box to a medium of media that feeds them to starve our freedom. The oppressed will be recognized. You wonder why my people are hungry? We crossed countries, chasing for change that left us fasting. You wonder why my people are angry. They cross countries, marked X's on treasures, trenched in trenches of dead bodies. Terra kunja zwancha taura. I'm black and I'm proud of no cloud of doubt. Terra kunja rimi rangu as it bathes in this concrete jungle to not be conquered by crown jewels, extorted from conquered wells, soaked in the stained blood of my ancestors' cells. Our DNA is imprisoned in a helix, made up specifics, creating a suppressing staircase, destroying our spinal, disintegrating our identity designed to spiral us down so we roll a dice in this life, playing snakes and ladders to survive, protecting others. Lost. A part died, learning about the apartheid. You're telling me having a black employee doesn't make you racist. Let's face it, overcoming humanity basics, burdened by white supremacists, breaking bread with our youngins, playing chess, not checkers. Not a game, we talking about practice, becoming a franchise of daily habits, adding a rhythm to the silent night sky of fighting native tongues of chandeliers that shan't deliver fear. If fighting to survive is sin, then I guess all living things in this world are not free from sin. Manjos Nataware, I'm eloquent and heavy sent, is evident as I rest in my pen, making poems that repent, replenishing a land of the promised land. My flowers grow in darkness, allowing my words to synthesize the pain of the photos they paint. Creme de la creme, earthed since birth, the cream of the crop, a king in this field. I am SWVrthy. I am speaking with vibrations, revealing that humanity yields a bulletproof, dark-skinned harvest that humbles even the darkness created from racism, aimed at those who sin. I said, I am SWVrthy. I am speaking with vibrations, revealing that humanity yields a dark-skinned harvest that humbles even the darkness created from racism, aimed at those who speak in natives' sin. Thank you.